again, welcome back to Honkai StarRail. Today is finally the day. The 1.3 live stream is out. I decided not to watch it like immediately, like when it was live, because I didn't think that getting up that early was worth it. So instead, I am watching it now, like 2 hours after it came out. Also, if I sound like a little tired, it's because I just woke up, so that's why. But yeah, I haven't seen anything as I only got spoiled on the one thing, which is that there is a new main story. I don't know what it is at all. I just know that there is a new main story. So yeah, we're getting into it. I'm just gonna skip this whole thing. I don't need to see this loading stress. So this is pretty long, so this is gonna be a long video. Okay.
It's fortunate I could make it. My divination results predicted you making a fool of yourself. The show is about to start. Make sure you remember these words. You wouldn't want to tarnish the Xianzhou's reputation now, would you?
I wonder what Ally Fushan's gonna do.
Master Diviner.
After me. Fulgurant Leap.
Fulgurant Leap.
Epical Spectrum.
Apical Spectrum.
Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle.
Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle.
The Swarm Disaster.
Okay, this is fun.
Swarm Disaster.
Audience.
Audience.
Not bad. Make sure you recite them a few more times.
Master Diviner.
What is it now?
How do you say this one?
High Cloud Quintet.
Okay, he would. Okay, let's see it.
We honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them.
Before you leave, please make time to recuperate.
Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be the end of the Xianzhou.
Farewell for now. All things in this world have been lost.
You know that I'm a descendant of the Lawfu Vidyadhara. You witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it.
Of course he would say that.
As you can see, we added a few things to the simulated universe.
Oh, he's back.
Stephen Lloyd thinks this is a big achievement.
Oh, they're updating it even more?
We
Okay.
call it Simulated Universe. The Swarm Disaster.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Oh, Link's. I forgot she was in this bad so much. Okay, I'm excited about this patch now. Okay, I don't really need to see this, but there's the code if you want it. I don't really need to sit through this.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and you know the rest. Welcome to the version 1.3 Celestial Eyes Above Mortal Ruins special program. As always, your good buddy Albert's here to bring you all the latest intel on the upcoming version. Today, our three special guests
Albert
are...
does such a good job
Hi
with these,
everyone, I'm
these
Sarah
programs.
Wiedenheft and I voice Fu Xuan.
What's up, guys? I'm Angelika Panani, and I voice Sushang.
Hey Trailblazers, I'm Nicholas Leung, and I voice Dan Heng.
Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. I gotta say,
Okay, I really want to see what the simulated universe is about. I wonder if that's an event or if it's a new permanent thing.
Sarah, anything stand out for you?
Well, I'm always excited for story updates, but that last segment caught my eye too. The Swarm Disaster? Was that it? It looked pretty intense.
I know. Did Herta upgrade the simulated universe again? You know, my Trailblazer senses are tingling.
The simulated universe will be getting some significant updates in version 1.3, but that's for later in the program. First, let's take a look at the new characters joining the war. First on the list, and finally revealing his true power, we have Dan Heng, Imbibitor Lunae.
Okay, well, we already kind of know what he does since we got to try him out in the story. We haven't seen his ult yet, that's the only thing. Okay, that's sick.
Oh, okay. So March wasn't bluffing. Dan Heng does have secret strength. But why would he suddenly reveal it after hiding it for so long?
Let's not forget, he did get impaled. Yeah, I think if he'd kept it under wraps any longer, he might have had trouble staying alive. Desperate times, desperate measures.
Okay, it makes sense, but why the secrecy up till then?
Well, to answer that question, we gotta talk about Dan Heng's previous incarnation, Dan Feng, a member of the High Cloud Quintet.
That's right. I'm sure Trailblazers will have noticed that certain characters in the story have been referring to Dan Heng as Imbibitor Lunae. But Imbibitor Lunae is actually a title handed down as part of the Law Fu Vidyadhara High Elder Succession. The person they're referring to here isn't Dan Heng, but Dan Feng. Dan Feng was once the Law Fu Vidyadhara High Elder.
I find it kind of funny that they literally just changed one letter.
Xianzhou in wartime, but ultimately committed an unforgivable sin.
Wait, but if Dan Heng's still alive, then Dan Feng's sin can't have been that unforgivable, right?
I think someone pulled a few strings. There's only one guy in the Law Fu who'd risk the Xianzhou's reputation like that.
Is that what a little bird told you, Albert? I never knew owls were so gossipy.
Oh, no. Jingyuan's not to blame this time. The head of the Xianzhou Vidyadhara, the High Elder, possesses the power to transform into a dragon. The method of entrusting this power to the next head is a closely guarded secret, and the responsibility of each High Elder.
Okay.
We don't know the full story, but Dan Feng misused this method and sparked a terrible calamity. As a result, the Vidyadhara grew to hate Dan Feng, but executing him would have brought an end to the High Elder succession. They decided to use an exuviation charm, forcing him to reincarnate. Which is why Dan Heng is alive and well today.
The world of the Vidyadhara is complicated.
But
Yeah, you can
why
say
would
that.
Dan Feng cause so much trouble? I suspect there are a few more secrets waiting for us down the line.
The allure of the unknown.
Yeah, I did more than a few.
But fear not, Trailblazers. A banquet of delicious secrets awaits you. Now, let's take a look at how secret strength Dan Heng handles himself on the battlefield.
As an imaginary type character following the path of destruction, Dan Heng, Imbibitor Lunae's specialty is consuming multiple skill points to trigger an array of powerful abilities. Tapping the skill button enhances the effects of Imbibitor Lunae's basic attack, Beneficent Lotus, up to 3 times in succession. Depending on the number of enhancements, Beneficent Lotus becomes Transcendence, Divine Spear, and Fulgurant Leap, respectively. Hits per action and damage dealt increase with each enhancement. Additionally, single target damage is replaced with multiple target damage in both Divine Spear and Fulgurant Leap.
In Imbibitor Lunae's talent, Righteous Heart amplifies the damage he deals as the number of hits per action in the current turn increases.
Sounds like skill point management is going to be pretty important for Imbibitor Lunae's allies.
Well, hold that thought. When using his ultimate, Imbibitor Lunae deals imaginary damage to a single target and adjacent enemies, while also receiving a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta. Squama Sacrosancta can be used to offset Imbibitor Lunae's skill point consumption.
Man, secret strength Dan Heng
What does that
is
even mean?
kind of a one-man band.
But that's not all. Imbibitor Lunae's technique, Heaven Quelling Prismadragon, allows him to enter a leaping dragon state for a set time.
In this state, using an attack causes Imbiber de Lune to lunge forwards a set distance and strike all enemies he comes into contact with. Entering battle in
almost
this
died
way
at this
allows
gun's-
Imbiber de Lune to acquire a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta.
And lo, such is the frightful power of the High Elder. Now that we've introduced
Is that
Secret
red?
Strength Don Hung, let's move on to an old friend of ours.
Okay, I have no idea what
Master
Fushun
Diviner,
is.
Lady Fu Xuan.
Alright, Fushun, what do you got? Yeah. Okay, that's music. Okay. Bro, what the
Her first encounter with the Trailblazers
It's like the
was
best
pretty
ult in the
impressive.
game, what
From
the
high above, amid a hail of bullets, came the words.
Your every move has been foreseen.
By the Omnicia.
Okay, you gotta admit, her bullet deflection game is on point. I wonder.
She's preservation. I didn't
She
play that.
fair
That's that
against-
counter.
Ooh, a star knot though.
Oh yeah, I can't see her swatting one of those out of the sky.
Fu Xuan might have something to say about that.
Oh, okay.
Our hexagrammatic position is fluctuating between the earth and water trigrams. What do we have to fear? Let us counter this menace directly with the might of the Xianzhou.
Oh, Sushung translation. Hexagram says let's do this.
You know, I think the Divination Commission would benefit from having Su Shang as a translator.
Yes.
The Omnicia on Fu Xuan's forehead is a mysterious instrument that allows her to calculate her
That's
every
funny.
move in advance. However, the immortal bodies of the Xianzhou natives exhibit adverse reactions to external augmentation. While the Omnicia may grant her incredible computational abilities, it also causes her pain and exhaustion.
Well, with great power, you know the rest.
Yeah.
That explains Fu Xuan's reliance on bubble tea then, huh? I heard she drinks like 10 cups of Immortal's Delight a day.
no.
Hey, that sounds like gossip to me. What if Immortal's Delight is just heckin' delicious?
I suspect it is, though I'm sure the sugar helps. Running
Oh,
the
yeah, you
Divination
would say
Commission
that.
and
You would
divining the fortunes of the Xianzhou, it's an exhausting gig.
Alright, Anjali's right. No more bubble tea gossip. By way of apology, how about I treat everyone to 10 cups of Immortal's Delight after the show?
Yes! Now we're talking.
Let's talk about bubble tea there. It's time to take a
Dude,
look
they
at
have
how
so
the
much fun
Master
with these. It's
Diviner
fantastic.
showcases her abilities on the battlefield. Fu Xuan is a quantum-type character, following the path of preservation. But where other path of preservation characters mainly use shields for defense, Fu Xuan takes a different road.
Precisely. After using her skill, Fu Xuan activates the Matrix of Prescience, which lasts for a set number of turns. This allows Fu Xuan to absorb some of that damage for her allies. When the Matrix of Prescience is active, it grants the knowledge effect to the entire team, increasing characters' max HP and crit rate. Fu Xuan's talent
Okay,
offers
I
a
don't really-
variety of
What the hell?
effects. Firstly, Fu Xuan can provide a permanent misfortune avoidance state, reducing the damage taken by the entire team. Secondly, when Fu Xuan's HP drops below a set percentage, she recovers a set percentage of HP.
POV, you're Fu Xuan's enemy. Why are my attacks healing her?
That's not all.
Oh,
Fu Xuan's ultimate deals
she has, like,
quantum
the
damage
best
to all
animations in
enemies,
the
but it
game, I'm
also
not gonna
increases
lie.
the frequency of her talent's HP restoration effect. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, Fu Xuan's technique can grant a barrier for the whole team that lasts for a set duration. During
Okay.
exploration, the barrier blocks all enemy attacks, thereby preventing battles that would otherwise have triggered in this way. Her technique also activates the Matrix of Prescience automatically at the start of the next battle.
That's our Master Diviner.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, she seems kind
And
of
a turn.
busted. What the fuck?
No wonder she's got her sights set on the generalship. See, her style is very different to Jing Yuen's, but being a defensive backbone for her team is equally respectable.
Like, is who now? It's way a
You
little
won't
lengths
find her
now?
guarding or playing
think.
chess on the job either.
I didn't say it.
We're moving swiftly on to our final character, it's time we introduced a young girl from Bellaba, Lynx Landau.
Let's go.
I don't think this link is here. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Surname ring a bell?
Her animations were so much funny. What the f?
She's the younger sister of Serval and Japar.
Oh, she's a healer. Okay, that's
Yeah,
actually
is
really
it
nice.
just me, or should everyone in the overworld be taking tips from Lynx? She's the only person I've seen who's dressed for the Eternal Freeze. Like, are the majority of Belabagians frost-resistant or something?
I think those geomarrow heaters keep the temperature relatively comfortable within the confines of the city.
Oh, so Lynx's winter gear is for venturing outside the city, right?
You got it. Lynx has always been drawn to the horizon. The centuries-old records of Yarilo VI's vibrant past, the beautiful auroras described by her teachers, the heroic tales of the Landau family. All of it pertains to the world beyond the city walls, what the Belabagians call the snow plains. Compared with her sister's enthusiasm and her brother's seriousness, Lynx is somewhat introverted and comfortable with solitude. She often ventures out alone into the perilous snow plains, which has allowed her to hone her wilderness survival skills.
Ooh, she's gonna be the world's smallest survival expert.
I
Now, she may be small, but she packs a punch. Let's dive right
Yeah, I don't know if I
into
believe
just
that,
how
you know.
powerful this Snow Plains Explorer really is.
Yeah,
what do
Lynx
we
is a
have?
quantum-type character following the path of abundance who provides a variety of healing for her team. Her skill can restore HP to a single ally and grant them survival response for a set number of turns, boosting their max HP. If an ally with survival response follows the paths of destruction or preservation, the likelihood of them being targeted by enemy attacks increases.
Increased enemy aggression? Guess they're not fans of whatever's in that tin. Can't say that I blame them.
My, that looks like fermented herring? Who's my favorite?
Dude, she's
you guys want to try
perfect
some?
for clarity. What the hell? She's so perfect.
No. Can you forget about the contents of the tin? I mean, this is a useful ability.
I'll say this. Directing enemy aggression towards characters who can take a hit is kinda genius.
Does she have any edible tricks up her sleeve?
This one looks safe for consumption. Lynx's ultimate restores health too and dispels one debuff from each ally.
That thing's huge! Are you kidding?
I know. Yo, talk about a hard pill to swallow, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone? Sarah? No? Anjali?
See, I'm just wondering how she even fits it in her backpack.
I love it. They just ignore
Sometimes big
it.
things come in small packages. You know, I forgot to mention Lynx's talent. It can grant a continuous healing effect to targets of her skill and ultimate for a set number of turns. This effect will further restore a set amount of HP to characters with survival response.
Okay.
Similarly, her technique can also grant a continuous healing effect for a set number of turns, but to the entire team. Talk about being a reliable healer.
That's our little Snow Plains Explorer. We can all breathe a
Oh, we
little
got it
easier.
here.
with
I'm like
her on
halfway.
the team.
Thank you.
Well, that concludes our new character introductions. Next up, let's take a look at the brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version 1.3. To get us started, how about a path of destruction light cone, brighter than the sun?
Yeah.
Is there anything brighter than the sun?
If there is, we should tell Imbibitor Lunae about it. Someone needs some vitamin D.
Hey, come on. He's looking pretty good for a man suspended in chains. You know what I mean? Yeah?
I hate it.
Fair point. Now, on to a path of preservation light cone.
Poor girl. Everything changed in an instant.
Thrown suddenly into an endless reliance on bubble tea.
Oh, speaking of bubble tea, Albert, any chance we can fast track that offer? Yeah.
No. Now, during the first phase of version 1
She says
in the
no.
character warp, Epical Spectrum, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Don Hung and Bybiter.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm probably not going to be going for
the corresponding light cone
for these
event
characters,
warp.
but
The drop rate of the
maybe
5-star
for-
light
I'll see if
cone
I can
rather
for
than
sure
the
or not.
sun will be boosted. During the second phase of version 1.3 in the character
How
warp,
about links, though?
foreseen, foreknown, foretold.
Links have been really good for my
Trailblazers
team.
can obtain the limited 5-star character Fushwin. Not to mention the 4-star character Lynx, who will also be joining the warp.
Yes.
During the corresponding light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone she already shut her eyes will be boosted. And that's all she wrote on light cones and warps. But don't leave just that now. More exciting updates are right around the corner.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sure if I want to go for them or not. Okay, now there's this. Alright, let's skip that.
Where we left off. In the preceding story,
Yes, I was right. There is a new
collaborative
one.
efforts of Genuine and Don Hung. Vantilia was banished and the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was resolved. And yet, as the dust settles, easing the fears of the citizenry becomes a new priority.
Rightly so. Helping people get back to their old lives is a big part of rebuilding.
And more often than not, responding to a disaster is trickier than preventing one.
In version 1.3, the Trailblaze mission obsequies performed, a long road ahead, will reveal a glimpse of the Xianzhou's recovery efforts. We'll also be seeing the likes of
Okay, that's a lot of
companion
companion
missions. The Dragon Returns Home.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a lot of content to do.
Snowplains and Mohashle.
In The Dragon Returns Home, we find Don Hung in the turbulent wake of the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. He must face up to his past life and meet with the current Vidyadhara High Elder, Lady Bai Lu.
Meanwhile, in Total Recall, March
Oh, it is
7th
Violet,
makes
that's
a
what I thought
big
it was.
decision. Having witnessed the wonders of the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, she decides to ask Fu Xuan for the Matrix's help in rediscovering her past.
Farther than the snow plains focuses on the youngest member of the Landau family. Lynx returns from an expedition
That was
with
gonna be
something
interesting.
troubling her, and her siblings, Serval and Japard, are at a loss to help. They decide to seek the assistance of none other than the Trailblazer.
And last but not least, Mohashle. Wildfire member and Fight Club reigning champion Luca has returned to Boulder Town. He wastes no time in inviting the Trailblazer and Zila to help him in completing a special bout of trading.
Oh, see, that's gonna
Ooh,
be
nice cinematic read there, Albert. I'm getting goosebumps.
Dude,
Oh,
I
those
missed
names
it.
are so intriguing. I feel like these missions will answer a lot of questions. Like, why is Bailu the current Vidyadhara High Elder? And is March 7th truly as many people suspect?
This is hardly the domain of unverified rumors. Ours is a serious program.
Serious? More like
Oh,
bubble tea
the,
gossip central.
Speaking
they,
of
they know what they're
bubble
doing,
tea,
goddamn.
Fine, I'll wait.
In our next segment, we'll be talking version 1.3 events. Exalting
that?
Sanctum's
thing next to-
was
next
once
to
a hub
Fush-
of commerce
not
and
Fush-
crowds.
This thing, what
but
is that?
has gradually fallen into obscurity over the last millennium. The blink of
Okay,
an eye
anyway.
for a long-life species. And now, as the IPC's corporate interference encroaches upon the Laofu, the people sense danger and are striving to breathe new life into old trades. In the
Okay.
Orem Alley's Hustle and Bustle event, Trailblazers are thrown right into the action with an opportunity to influence the Alley's ultimate fate.
Wait. What do we need to do exactly?
What shops of numerous sizes can be found in the newly reopened Orem Alley district. By arranging cargo shipments and planning logistics routes, Trailblazers can accumulate funds. These funds can be used to progressively revamp the urban landscape of Orem Alley, helping it
Okay,
return to
so
its
it's
former
kind of like
glory.
the
By achieving
museum
goals in this limited time
that I
event,
still haven't finished yet.
players can earn self-modeling resin, tracks of destiny, stellar jade, and 4-star character Susham.
Nice.
Following this limited time event,
Dude, Susham is
Orem
really
Alley
good. Her
will
damage is kind
remain
of
in the
disgusting.
game as a permanent mode. This mode includes rewards such as the Orem Alley themed
Oh, so it's gonna be like the museum.
wallpaper
It's gonna be permanent. Okay, that's
Ingenium
sick.
Dreams.
What? That's something we haven't seen before?
That's right. Phone wallpapers are a new feature being added to version 1.3. Trailblazers
Okay,
can
that's sick. I
browse
like
and
that a lot,
replace
actually.
their wallpapers using the in-game mobile menu.
Alright,
nice.
So pretty.
Isn't it? All right, folks. It's time to talk about a big update to the simulated universe.
Finally! I thought for a moment you might have accidentally left it out.
The cheek! How could I, your humble living servant, make you wait?
I mean, we're still waiting on those bubble teas, so I'm just saying.
In any case, the update is the
They have such a great
collaborative
dynamic.
effort of 4 genius minds. They
Okay.
call it Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster.
Okay, what the hell is
They
this?
completed
How
a
does this go?
broad spectrum of structural renovations purely to investigate the fall of an eon.
The swarm disaster. Sounds like it might have something to do with what is that eon's name again?
Yeah, I don't
Hazy
remember.
something?
It's fine, I don't remember either.
Azeroth, the Eon of Propagation.
That's the one.
Interesting. What motivated Herta and her team to research the Imperator Insectorum?
Ooh, I'll tell you. From the story so far, we've heard that the propagation once caused a major swarm, which spread
Okay.
throughout the universe. This eventually caught the attention of multiple eons who united to eradicate it. This event involved more eons than any other recorded event in history.
So
which
they
of
just
course
decided, now you
makes
don't
it
deserve
an
to exist
excellent
anymore, just
research
killed
subject.
So that's how it is.
In order to delve into this complicated history, Herta and her team have developed various new methods of exploration. In Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster, the stage maps will appear in a format similar to a chessboard. Trailblazers will need to navigate through randomly generated domains and tackle a variety of challenges before making it to the deepest parts of the simulation.
I'm assuming these geniuses had more in mind.
What am I looking at? What the hell?
Around a grid.
Right you are. In order to simulate the experiences of different Pathstriders and resonate with the eons, a brilliant mind named Steven developed the audience die and communing device.
Oh, audience die? Oh, come on, Albert. That's not a nice thing to say to the audience.
Die as in singular for dice.
Okay.
It has to do with the
I hate
eons
it.
bestowing random gifts upon Pathstriders. Before progressing each turn, use the communing device to roll the audience die. This will generate special effects for the current turn. These special effects
Okay,
might
this kinda
provide our
sick.
team with powerful buffs, or alter the chessboard in some way, or even create further variables for subsequent actions. The chessboard and grids are superficial. The true intent of the geniuses is to delve into the mysteries of the eons. Each exploration will encompass 3 planes corresponding to Imperator Insectorum's emergence, expansion, and demise. Trailblazers will encounter simulated historical events during these phases, and different responses will lead to different outcomes.
But do these simulations really recreate the truth?
The official response is that due to the many historical unknowns, all potential outcomes are valuable. The data helps us infer the most probable truth.
And
that makes
the
sense.
unofficial response?
Madam Herta said, and I quote, "You can't prove that the past wasn't like this, can you?"
How exceptional.
She would say that.
Undeniably a genius.
Madam Herta has also developed a path space for the express purpose of enhancing the resonance between Trailblazers and
I feel like we have to actually do this
As
to
a
kind of fully
Trailblazer,
understand how it works,
every
but this
action
just seems
you
kind of
take
sick.
that aligns with your path during exploration can help you to obtain path energy, leading you closer to the eons.
And what can we expect when we get closer to the eons?
Once you have sufficient path energy, you'll be able to unlock specific buffs and the chance to interact directly with the corresponding eon. Thereby,
aren't you talking-
covering their part.
Bro, I
in
made
the
it.
swarm
You see it?
disaster.
No. Okay.
Okay, so
Right.
we've been hearing those words a lot, but
Like,
none
sort
of
of-
this feels swarmish.
Also, what the
or
fuck is that?
disaster-related to
What
me.
the f-
Say
And
no
an
more.
order, okay.
In the final domain of the third plane of each exploration,
I hate that thing.
Trailblazers will encounter a brand new enemy, the Swarm True Sting. True Stings have the ability to divide and create more swarms. If not dealt with promptly, the entire battlefield will eventually be overrun by the swarm. Sufficiently swarming? Suitably disastery?
Okay, so,
okay, that's
it's
plenty.
erudition
Gives me the
for this
creeps
fight,
just
definitely.
thinking about it.
Finally, upon clearing simulated universe, the swarm disaster, the brand new path of propagation will be unlocked within the simulated universe.
Hey, what a roller coaster. That's a big update, all right.
Yeah, you can say that.
Big updates need big rewards. Take note. Aside from Stellar Jade and numerous other materials, the swarm disaster rewards include 2 self-modeling resins.
Those things are rarer than rare. Are there really 2 up for grabs?
You better believe it. And I highly encourage Trailblazers to give it a go. Next up is the Space Station Task Force event. Revitalizing the space station is no small undertaking. If we want to speed things up, we'll need to enlist the help of a task force with special permissions. Watson has lined up all the assignments that require attention. Over to you, Trailblazers. During the event, by assembling a team that meets the requirements of specific assignments, you'll be able to earn rewards such as Stellar Jade and character experience materials.
And as the message makes clear, there will
So
be
it's kind of,
requests and assignments every day. It's almost impossible to finish them all.
Version 1.3 will also see the return of the Planar Fissure and Garden of Plenty events. During the respective events, successfully challenging the simulated universe and calyxes can earn you a set amount of double rewards. At the same time, version 1.3 will unlock 2 new stagnant shadow stages, Shape of Puppetry and Shape of Abomination. The former will drop Suppressing Edict, Ascension material required for Don Hung and Bibiter Lune. The latter will drop Nail of the Ape, Ascension material required for Fu Xuan.
Whoa, all that too?
Oh, and I'm not done with you yet. Version 1.3 system updates are just as momentous. First off, after the version 1.3 update, the Trailblaze power cap will be raised from 180 to 240. Exactly the amount that regenerates.
So they're adding. I think they're
Once Trailblaze power maxes out,
a
percentage of the surplus is converted into reserved Trailblaze power.
Ah, so in other words, if you forget to log on, you won't have wasted much Trailblaze power.
And here's something else. The 1.3 update will also bring changes to the friends and chat systems, which include being able to sort your friends. And Trailblazers not currently accepting new friend requests can choose to disable them in settings. Icing on the cake, you can now send emojis in chats.
Oh, at last, bring on the pom-pom and March 7th emojis.
Yeah, nice. Fingers crossed for some authentic boomer material.
And of course, we have the crowd favorite, Gift of Odyssey Chicken Rewards.
Logging in for 7 days gets you 10 warps. It might just
I
be
mean,
a lucky break.
that's happened every patch.
Your confidence. Last but not least, Honkai StarRail will also be a part of this year's Gamescom.
Yeah, this is some great art.
What surprising updates await us? Watch this space, Trailblazers.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Nice.
Let's roll out today's final redemption code.
Okay, I guess it's gonna just be them talking, and in the end.
We covered quite a bit about the 1.3 update. Any thoughts or feelings from our guests? What are you most looking forward to?
Man, so much to choose from, but for me, it's gotta be the characters. Don Hung and Bibiter Lune, Fu Xuan, and Lynx are all special in their own way. I just hope I get lucky with the warps.
And as for me, I'm super excited about the simulated universe update. The new gameplay and story aspects sound brilliant.
Yeah. Well, since you guys covered the obvious, I'll go for something a little different. I feel like this version's quality of life enhancements are really good. I love the Trailblaze power cap increase and the new reserve Trailblaze power feature. They may sound minor, but I think they'll make a big difference to the experience.
I need to see how that actually works.
And I'm sure the gaming experience will keep improving as the updates keep rolling. Well, That's it for the Honkai StarRail version 1.3 special program. As always, thanks again to all you trailblazers for tuning in. May our paths cross again soon.
Bye, guys.
Catch you later. See you next time.
Bubble tea, bubble tea, bubble tea.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Great. Alright. Well, that patch seems kind of insane, I'm not gonna lie. That's why it seems really good. But, yeah, that's gonna be about it for me. If you guys liked the video, maybe hit the like button, maybe the subscribe button. If not, that's fine as well. And I will see you in the next video.